Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. And Jay, it's a very big night for the podcast. All of them are, really. But tonight, we crown the 8th winner of March Fatness that will be inducted into the Onion Ring of Honor.
I can't believe we've done 8 of these already. And good luck, Mark Fishman, with this shirt design. Our finalists are being on the bottom and the middle seat on a plane. So adding that to the
empty
t-shirt,
middle seat on the plane.
Yes, empty middle. That's an important qualifier.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Richard.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Well, I was saying I'm in trouble for correcting.
For
Okay.
correcting me. Exactly. So right now the standings are being on the bottom 48.1%, empty middle seat on a plane 51.9%. Voting is open for another 28 minutes. So go to @I'mFatPod on Twitter and get your vote in. See if we can get being on the bottom the rightful winner.
Well, now to be fair, also like being on the bottom was from the Rick Camp region, and empty middle seat on the plane is from the Sam Camp region. So I have not been trying to influence when I've been promoting this. I have been just saying vote.
Hey.
I have not been saying help me win. I am not saying that.
Well, Rick, as a married man, you should know there is no me in team. Actually, there is, but you have both won. So either way, the net's coming down and heading to the Camp household.
This is true.
So congrats to you two. Great brackets from both of you. I think Hope did a great job too.
Yep.
Really good year, really competitive. And this is what we want. A final that is decided by 2 percentage points.
Yes.
That means we did it correctly. So again, you've got 27 minutes now to get your vote in. At 9 o'clock Central, voting closes. We'll reveal the winner. Until then, we're going to do a normal I'm Fat podcast. So make sure you're following us on all of our socials at I'm Fat Pod, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, all that stuff. Also, we're on YouTube, youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. We're live with every episode. Got a bunch of reels and shorts and all those things going up. So make sure you're following us there and like all those videos for us. Like this video that you're watching live right now, and make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube page as well. So since we're on a little bit of a limited schedule today, we've got to get a lot of stuff in before 9. I've got 2 tales from the Hawks games this week.
Okay.
First, my friend Alice texts me, and she's at the game, and she's over, like section 328 or whatever, and I could see her from the press box and we're waving. And jokingly, I go, "Hey, throw up some nachos," just making a joke. Alice is roughly 3 feet tall, give or take. So you know how the press box works. We're in the front row of the press box, and there's like kind of a 3 or 4 feet in front of the seat in front of us. So probably 7 feet to the floor.
Yeah,
roughly.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, I'm sitting at my perch, getting ready for the Hawks game to begin, and all I see is a hand reach up. And a box of nachos put right in front of me.
That's
and I'm like,
great.
What the hell? So I stand up, and there's Alice like looking up at me like, "Hey." I was like, "You have got to be kidding me. You actually brought me the nachos." Dude, I was the envy of the press box.
Yeah.
Because they've got food up there, popcorn and chips and soup, and like there's some snacky sandwiches and wraps and stuff like that. Some candy. There's good stuff. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
But when Alice put her hand over there, I did not see her coming at all. Just all of a sudden there's a hand and boom, nachos right in front of me. It was great. I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. I'm like, I'm not going to not eat them. She paid for them.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Rude.
And then Rick, I cherish our time together.
Yes.
But there has never been a time in my life where I wish you had been next to me, because I think if you witnessed what I saw, you would still be laughing. And fortunately, I was laughing, and Greg Boyson next to me picked up on it. They're going through the crowd. They're showing people in the audience, right? And people are like, hey, they're waving.
Mm-hmm.
They get to this group of 3 people, and there's a dude that is fat. Like, he's 60 something.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe 5'8", like 340.
Oh,
Big old Santa Claus belly, right? So
yeah.
So the camera goes on the guy. They're showing him, and he's got the belly, and he just goes, just gives it a shirt tug, and I was dying. I was like,
Oh,
dude,
no.
the shirt tug didn't work. It was great, and I'm like, head of my hands laughing,
God.
and like maybe 15 seconds go by, and Greg goes, yeah, buddy, that shirt tug isn't working for you today. Oh my God. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my God. I remember this. It reminded me of this moment in college where this kid, this is a bad story, and I'm not proud of it. I was not involved. I just witnessed it.
Mm-hmm.
This kid kind of looked like a young Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
So some people on our floor would like kind of pick on him a little bit in fun, but like
Sure.
it was the 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So one day this kid's getting picked on, and there's a cute girl around,
Mm-hmm.
and my roommate at the time, I can't call him a buddy because we're not buddies,
Mm-hmm.
pulls the kid's shirt off, and in his shame, he just goes and like covers his boobs
Yeah.
with his hands. I was
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm like, it didn't work. It didn't do anything. You're just calling attention to it. But dude, I wish you had witnessed. I swear to God, Rick, they would have had to call the paramedics. You would have laughed so hard. It was the most hopeless shirt tug you've ever seen. He's like,
so what was there like a dramatic pause where it's like they show him and then you get like,
well, so you see the whole thing, you see the realization of, oh, that's me. And oh, wow, I am really big. And I will admit, I've been on the scoreboard. It does add weight.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
this guy just gave the most. The shirt was like skin tight.
Yeah.
And he just goes, like right on the gut. It was so sad.
Yeah.
It was so sad. But I think only fat people felt that moment.
Yeah.
Because most people probably didn't even notice he did it.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, look at this guy.
That's amazing.
The sad shirt tug. I would have done
Oh.
the same thing.
Yes, it's like
yes. The most heartless, like,
yeah.
wow, he's a new guy.
Just to claim he made an effort.
Oh,
that's wonderful.
dude, I was freaking dying. It was so funny. And I have to like kind of be a professional.
Yeah.
When I'm in the press box, but oh my Lord.
I mean, I feel like as long as it's not something happening on the ice, like not directly related to the teams, it's kind of free reign.
Yes, I think so too. But I was so relieved that Greg saw it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, did he see that? And I didn't want to call attention because I felt kind of mean, like calling attention to it.
Yeah.
And if you know Greg Boyson, his dry humor, he's like, yeah, buddy, that shirt tug didn't work.
That's great.
Oh, it was so good. So it's a fun week at the Hawks games this week. Kind of sad
Yeah.
it's ending. Yeah.
And actually, like something, things happening with at least in games involving the Hawks.
Yes, 70 games in.
Mm-hmm.
They're entertaining. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, how about that?
Would have
Call
thought.
up the kids, get rid of the bum veterans, and look what happens. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, all right. I have one. God, I'm just like imagining that now. That's perfect.
It was amazing.
So
And I almost, sorry to interrupt you. I
No.
almost saw it coming.
yeah.
I was almost like, he's going to tug his shirt. I feel like I almost willed it into existence.
Yes. That's so good. The thing that'd be the best is if he was actually a podcast listener.
Hey,
He
Hawks
should be.
fan, fat guy, he might be.
Yeah.
So if that was you on the scoreboard, get in
Mhm.
touch with us. 708-858-3314 is the voicemail.
There'll
Or
be a
I'm
tight
Fat Potty.
t-shirt headed your way.
Yeah, we'll send you something that you won't have to tug. We've got big sizes at imfatmerch.com.
Yes. Oh God, that's wonderful. So Sam and I did we did Donut Saturday this week.
Hey,
Yeah. And we were just like running around doing a few things and hit up a place that I believe I've been to and I might have mentioned on the podcast like years ago called Cuppy's Bakery in Villa Park, 42 South Villa Avenue in Villa Park. So it is it's like almost equidistant between Doc and where I Love Fries was, RIP.
okay.
So it's like in that strip mall, like how I Love Fries kind of is hidden from St. Charles Avenue by a strip mall. Cuppy's is in that strip mall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. And so it was Sam's idea to try there. And man, like this is up there.
Looks
This is
really good.
absolutely up there, like definitely on the podium of places we've tried so far. So we got 6 donuts, as you can see if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. So I would just kind of work my way down. Top left is a pretzel-shaped yeast donut with, chocolate covered in chocolate. That was pretty darn solid, but the worst of the 6, which is a very relative term because these were awesome.
Just because something has to be the worst.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
The top right is a cinnamon roll, which was like gooey, but also maintained its integrity so you could hold it, which sometimes for cinnamon rolls can be the tough part.
Yeah.
So considering what it is, like that was great. On the bottom left of the 2 longer ones, that is a glazed croissant.
Oh, yes.
And that is the correct response because it was a very, very, now I'm weird with croissants where I think I might have actually still preferred it without the glaze.
Really?
Yes, but the glaze was very good. Like I was honestly a little worried going into it because I'm like, oh, I'm kind of a traditionalist with a croissant, but let's give it a go. And it was very good. Like the glaze wasn't too like overpowering where you really still like got the croissant essence out of it. The texture was fantastic. Like you got that like buttery taste out of it. So like, oh my God. And maybe the most surprising one is that they called it just a glazed long john in the middle.
Yeah.
That the thing that sets that apart outside of like their glaze just being very, very good is the density of it. It's a yeast donut, but it's a little denser than most yeast, but you would never consider it a cake.
Interesting.
If that makes sense. Like
that actually sounds kind of perfect.
Yeah, it really is. Like if they made more like that, I would absolutely be here for it because I generally lean towards a cake donut. Sam generally leans towards a yeast donut. This was like, we both tried it and we're like, oh, okay. Yeah, this is a thing right here. I think the showstopper for me is the middle on the right. That's the blueberry donut.
Blueberry donuts are insane.
And the thing is, this doesn't taste like, you know how a lot of blueberry donuts taste like a very good blueberry muffin?
Yeah.
This doesn't taste like a blueberry muffin. It tastes like a blueberry donut, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like it is, like you can see the specks of actual blueberry on the donut. It is such a better taste, like just a more natural, flavorful blueberry taste. And it just complements that glaze and the donut so well. It's, both of us said, the best blueberry donut we have ever had.
Okay.
And the bottom right was a cinnamon sugar.
Sorry, one more.
No,
cinnamon
that's good.
Sugar, yeah.
You're good. Yeah, a cinnamon sugar, which again is the same donut as like the blueberry, but just with cinnamon sugar.
And that's a cake, right?
Yes, that's a cake.
Okay.
It's so good. Like Sam put it second to Bosa that we've tried.
Oh, you guys love that place, I remember.
Yes. So this is neck and neck for me.
Okay.
So, and Cuppies is very small inside. Like this was we had Lulu with us, we had the dog with us because we were taking her to walk around Yorktown Mall. And so I stayed in the car with her. Sam went in, and it's like it's a very small place. So you definitely don't eat there, just grab and go. But like very old school in style, and what they do very, very well.
That's it. I mean, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just make it great.
Right. And there's a cool looking coffee shop next door. So in theory, you could just grab a donut, head over to the coffee shop, grab some coffee, and you're set in the morning.
This is my new, I think me and Sam need to team up on this. Our new goal should be to get you to like coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it'll happen. It definitely won't be hot coffee because I just don't really like hot drinks.
Yeah. I will say this. Don't start at Starbucks.
Oh, no.
Like, I think Dunkin'
know
has the most accessible coffee.
Okay.
Like it is the least offensive. It's good. It does the job. Makes
Mm-hmm.
you feel energized, but it's also just not real bitter or burnt tasting like Starbucks is.
Right.
It's a good entry point and then work your way up. I don't like hot Starbucks either.
Yeah.
For the record.
Just for a quick update, 12 minutes left to vote. Empty middle seat on the plane with 52% of the vote.
Ooh, it's moving on up.
Yeah, 429 votes overall. So let's get more votes.
Yes.
Vote for what you think should win. We want a ton of this is the most votes we've had so far. So that's great. And thank you to everybody that has voted. Let's get the word out, get one last push, and it'd be cool if it moves either direction a little bit. Honestly, it'd be really cool if we were very close to 50-50 for when the thing ends, so we actually don't have a good idea of what's going to win.
Yeah, we've had to do overtime before.
Yes.
In March Fatness. So who knows? We're right there. It could certainly happen. So get that vote in. Twitter.com/I'mFatPod. We put the link to the vote in the chat if you're watching us live here on YouTube. All right. One of your nominees was the Costco food court. And
yes.
This is not from the food court, but this is from Costco. This is an animated video. I'm going to see if this works. We made the garlic bread tonight.
Okay.
Look at that sizzling and a bubbling.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it is the size of a pie. It's huge. And it is individual rolls. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably 10 on the outside and 6 on the inside and one more in the middle. It is just slathered in garlic butter. Just slathered. I thought it was a cinnamon roll when we bought it.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. So we made it tonight, and Hope took breaded chicken, just threw that in the air fryer, marinara and provolone.
Mm-hmm.
On top. We had chicken parm with this garlic bread. I said to Hope, this now is something that we are going to get every time we go to Costco.
Nice.
This garlic bread is insane. So it's back where you buy, they got the rotisserie chickens, and then there's the deli case where they got those wraps and the taco kit, all those things. It's in with those. And look closely, because you're going to think that's either a big mashed potato bowl or it's a cinnamon roll. No, that is garlic bread with garlic butter slathered on top. It looks like frosting. So make sure you get that garlic bread, you throw it in the oven. It was absolutely perfect. It's been in our fridge for 3 days. Totally fresh. It was amazing. It could not have been better. 10 out of 10. Nice. So if you got a Costco membership, and honestly, it might be it might be worth the membership cost alone. It was that good. It was just phenomenal. So nice. Get that. All right, let's get a read in here before we get to our next story, before we reveal our winner. I want to tell you about our friends out in downtown Lockport, Nick and Ivy Brewing, 1026 South State Street. Did you go today? You should have. It's National Beer Day. Did you know that? It's always something. Every day something. So you could head out. They're open till 9. You got 10 minutes. If you're in the area, you go grab a beer, listen to us on your phone. This week, they've got Name That Tune trivia on Wednesday, $5 pints on Thursday, Toad's Bad Nudes Peach Sour Tapping. That's coming out on Friday. So another new beer coming from Nick and Ivy. And then Saturday, the Artisan Fair. They've got a salsa pop-up, Mucha Salsa, and then live music at night. Always great stuff going on at Nick and Ivy Brewing in Lockport. But of course, the headliner is their phenomenal beers. So go check them out. 1026 South State Street.
All right. Actually, you led right into my next thing
Nice.
in that read, that every day is always something.
Yes.
Tomorrow, April 8th, is National Empanada Day,
All right.
which is a fantastic day to have.
Yes.
And a place that I've mentioned many a time on this podcast now, Savory Crust has
Yes,
a
you have.
deal. So Savory Crust, 2 locations, one in Carroll Stream, 135 East St. Charles Road. You're going to feel like you're not going to the right place, but I promise you are. Like, it's in kind of like a like more of an industrial area. So, but it's right off of it's right on St. Charles Road, like the Barn Owl, which is like a nursery, a plant nursery
Oh,
is
yeah.
right there. So if you see that, you are in the right vicinity. And then Morton Grove, 7180 Dempster. So what their deal is tomorrow, spend $15.
Okay.
And you can do this online. You can do this in person, whatever. And you get a free empanada.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yes. So it's essentially like more or less get like two empanadas, 2 drinks, and you get an empanada free. I
Okay.
think give or take based on their pricing. It's something like that. So I think that's a pretty solid deal. And if you go get that Argentinian chicken, it's my favorite of what they have. Sam and I both love the mac and cheese. They have like bowls. They've even expanded what they have. So if you have not been to Savory Crust, go to Savory Crust. It is wonderful.
All right. Now I've got an empanada place for everybody too. Empanadas that ends in US, like empanad us. There's one in Riverside, LaGrange, and Homewood. They have a deal tomorrow as well. Buy 6, get 2 free. So a similar deal.
Nice.
Go check out empanadas. They have amazing breakfast empanadas. I think that actually might be what we go get tomorrow to celebrate.
Mhm.
That sounds really, really good. But again, they've got the buffalo chicken, barbecue pork, the ham and cheese is great. The other one I really love from empanadas is the caprese one. Oh,
Yeah.
dude. So yeah, lots of empanadas deals, but empanados is a good one in Homewood, LaGrange, and Riverside if you're from the South Burbs. So yeah, buy 6, get 2 free. That's a solid deal for empanadas. And empanadas are great. So
Yes.
why wouldn't you?
Last update on the voting before we get to the final, because there's about 6 minutes left. This is the closest it's been basically
Ooh.
all day. With 6 minutes left, empty middle seat on a plane has 51.6% of the vote. So there's still a little bit of a cushion there. But if people are motivated and they want being on the bottom to win, you still have an opportunity to vote or to wrangle up people to vote with you. Whatever you would like to do, or if you would like to strengthen the position of empty middle seat on the plane, do that as well.
Yeah, it's getting close, man. Woo. Dang. 48.4 to 51.6. Damn. All right. It is. I love that it's close.
Me
I have
too.
my rooting interest because I know what my favorite is.
Sure. Yeah, this morning, Sam was like, okay, what do you think is going to happen?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I was like, I really don't know what's going to win, but I really think it's going to be close. Like, I was figuring within 5%, like the winner would have less than 55% of the vote was kind of what I was thinking. And yeah, that's kind of the way it's playing out so far.
Yeah. You know what's ruining this? The virgin vote.
What are you telling? There's a higher correlation to that in this podcast?
What? No way.
No
way. All right. I want to share something. I went back to Cowabunga Pizza Pies this weekend. I took the family with me. I got I forgot what I got. I know it was on it. It was
nailed it.
No, I just can't think of what it was called, but it was the ground beef and the jardiniere. Absolutely great. And then Hope and Eddie got the buffalo chicken with ranch. They said that what they really liked about it was that it wasn't like they didn't replace pizza sauce with buffalo sauce, which I think a lot of places do.
Yes.
With that, the ratios are what they should be. So that was they said that's what made it the best one that they've had of that flavor.
Nice.
So and I got to tell you, man, I got recognized in there. Listeners knew, they heard about them through us.
Big shoot.
So people were in there, which is great for us. We're going to work out a promo code with the people at Cowabunga Pizza Pies. We just got to figure out how to do it. Got to be respectful to the people that actually, pay us to advertise, but we also want to give a nice independent place a deal as well. So we're going to work something out with Sean. So I had let's see. I want to make sure I get this right. Okay, I got the shredder. That's what I thought I got. So it's the shredded Italian beef, hot giardiniera, green pepper, and red onion. It was great. And then the girls got is it the Casey Jones? No. The Michelangelo. Grilled chicken, buffalo sauce, smoked Gouda, green onion, and ranch. Really good. I'm not a big chicken pizza guy.
Same.
But they're great. And Charlie says, do they do bacon on pizzas? Yes. The Leonardo is like Italian sausage, Canadian bacon, and bacon. And that, to me, that's the first one I tried, and it was amazing. I like that one better than the shredder. The shredder was great. But their sausage at Cowabunga Pizza Pies was great. If you've not been there, 1117 West 31st Street. It is literally where Loomis collides with 31st Street. If you're familiar with the area, Loomis ends at 31st going south. So if you were to keep going on Loomis, you would literally drive through the front door of Cowabunga Pizza Pies. Don't do that.
Right.
That's exactly where it is. And I'm telling you, man, we went there Saturday. I don't know, it was probably like 1 or so, and it was packed. Like every seat was taken. People were shoulder to shoulder. People were kind of waiting in the doorway to get in, and just Sean and everybody in there was just kicking ass. And he said to me, I said, I wanted to try the shredder. He's like, we don't have it. It'll be ready in 8 minutes. And he made a whole shredder pizza just so I can get my slice. Like the customer service is great. The food's great. And they had so I realized, remember I said they had turtles and time on in there?
Yeah.
They have the Raspberry Pi machine, which is the emulator. So this week it was WWF Superstars. So I was playing that. I was beating the hell out of Hulk Hogan, as he so richly deserves.
Right.
So I love that place, man. And it was cool to have the validation of my family. Like, was I overzealous about this place? Like, did I really think too much of it? And they're like, no, that was great. Like, we're going there all the time.
Imagine anybody doubting your opinions on pizza.
Anyway.
I had to.
I know. Like I said, everyone is entitled to several garbage opinions.
Yep.
Yes. That's
good thing I don't have any.
Never. I can't think of a single one.
Right.
Tried something else this week. The Ben & Jerry's, the Sunday toppers. Have you seen these? You seen this? You heard about this? So basically, it's the ice cream they already have, but they add a layer. Russ is in the chat. They add a layer of like cream on top, and then this is chocolate chips. So it has a different name, but this is basically the milk and cookies with the cream and chocolate chips on top. Really good. It's what you would want it to be as described, right? Like it's a soft cream on top, and then once you dig through that layer, it's like a sundae layer, you get right to the ice cream. So highly recommend that. I mean, it's Ben & Jerry's, come on.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Can't really go wrong.
I know.
Do you have anything else before we got to call it? Because I got one more little thing I can do to kill time.
No, go for it. We've got less than a minute, so do it to it.
All right, well, that's a horrible picture, but Noodles in the Pot, very famous spot, 2453 North Halstead. Met our friends there for dinner the other day. I got the spicy chili noodles. I was at a meal with friends, and I don't think I looked up to speak to anybody until this thing was gone.
Nice.
I just took it down. It was so good. And it took me to get from Madison and Racine to what did I say it was 24 something on Halstead? Yes. 2453 North Halstead took me 45 minutes. It took me 35 minutes to get home from there to Homewood. So I wanted to murder everyone on Halstead.
Yeah.
It's like, go. Everyone go. Please go. Okay. Is it time?
It is time.
We have a winner. I can't believe it. We did it. It actually happened. We have a winner.
The winner of March Fatness 2025 and the newest inductee into the Onion Ring of Honor is Empty Middle Seat on a Plane with 51.6% of the vote on 448 votes.
Amazing. I love that it was that close. I'm disappointed in the outcome.
Me too, especially you know who's not? Mark.
Yes, exactly.
Oh God. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. Like I thought being on the bottom was going to win, but like I said, I thought it was going to be close. So this is a bit of a surprise to me, but in our in the text thread that we had with our guy Danny Parkins, who saw what the matchup was and was basically like, this matchup is incredible.
I saw the matchup. It looked good. It completely won.
He said, I think middle seat on a plane gives you satisfaction for much longer. It might tip the scales. So I said 3 minutes versus 3 hours.
I mean, but when you add it up, how much time do you spend on a plane in your life?
Right.
And then I'm going to guess I spend as much time on the bottom as I have in a plane over the 20 some years Hope and I have been together.
Yeah.
It's close. but I stand by my vote.
Yeah, same.
But I will say that there is a wonderful feeling of, is this going to stay open?
Oh, absolutely.
And then they start to shut the doors and you're like, no way.
And probably prisoner of the moment here. And I don't remember offhand what the loser was each year. This is maybe the most fun pair for the final that we've had.
Well, we say all the time, the bit is the reveal.
Yes.
The tournament almost becomes secondary to the bit.
Yeah.
Like just reading them out loud, and like that's what makes it funny.
Yes, the initial pairings is the best.
Right.
But like empty middle seat on, if it wasn't against that empty middle seat on the plane, I would be like, hell yes, that is. And honestly, I still am, because it's like, it's the perfect thing. It really is like the perfect thing. Marty with a great point that, especially with Southwest, at least for now, middle seat is no middle seat's a true gift. And like, especially experiencing that, because like I haven't done a ton of flying, but like experiencing that recently on like one of the legs of the flight to Curacao, like not having that, Sam and I were just like, oh my God, this is great.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Have we talked about, are you if you do fly Southwest, are you a window or an aisle guy?
I'm an aisle guy.
Me too. I get a little claustrophobic if I'm not in the aisle.
Yeah, I mean, even if because like we'll pay for the exit row seating, like just want that little bit of leg room.
It helps, yes.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're at the window, there's not a third seat, so you can really stretch your legs. In that specific case, I would say window. However, in a usual circumstance where it's still 3 across, give me the aisle, even though I forget it, I think it was our last leg coming back from Curacao that the plane was a little smaller. I got hit in the shoulder so many goddamn times. I was done. By the time we got back, I was freaking done. Sam wasn't feeling good. I was getting hit in the shoulder. She's trying to sleep on my other shoulder. I'm like, I need to be off of this plane right goddamn now.
Oh, that's me on most flights, no matter where I'm sitting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you're taking a physical beating,
yeah,
I don't care though. I will sacrifice that. Like I still try to like I'm sure you're the
Oh.
same way. Like you try to compact yourself as much as you
Yeah.
can.
I'll have like so random sore muscles because I'm holding myself like, like, well, hopefully not up like this to where I literally have no neck, but like, at least a little lower where like in a normal situation, I minimally have a neck, or more accurately, I have the lower extension of my head that goes to my shoulders.
Sure,
But
your
like,
neck meat.
yes. So, but yeah, it's honestly a great winner. Like I love that. Like it's great to have like some fastballs like we got early, like getting pizza, getting bacon, like getting the food in there is great. But like having Andy Reid, having like the last 2 years, Shade and Empty Middle Seat on a Plane are awesome.
Shade is such a good winner because I feel like when we revealed it, it was like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And didn't have much of a thought that it would go very far because like
Right.
the
It was
comic
like a 6
relief isn't
seed, I
there.
think.
Yeah, but it shows you that people really they think about their votes too. Like, man,
Mhm.
what would I really? Because I'm guilty of kind of flying through it. Like
Yeah.
instinct. What's my first instinct? First instinct.
Mhm.
A lot of voters they really contemplate each pick, and you could tell by some of the recent winners we've had. So great job. Thanks
Yep.
everybody for voting. Thanks to Sam and Hope for adding their own brackets this year.
Yep. The winner came
was
from
wonderful.
Sam's bracket.
Good
And
job, Sam.
yep, like we said, like we agreed to, whoever won gets to be on the bottom.
So congrats to you.
Yeah.
And then she gets to look at your no neck again.
Yep.
Yeah. But you get the good view. She
Yes.
gets the bad view.
Yes.
Congratulations, Rick, and sarcastic congratulations to Sam. All right, we got to get to Ask a Fat, but we're horribly behind on our reads.
Yes.
So check out our friends at Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, 628 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg. We've been spending a lot of time lately on their catering and on their personal chef services. For Fredo'sCatering.com. Go there, do that. If you've got an event, do it. Like, no fear, 10 out of 10. Rick and I both have personal experiences with their services, and they're wonderful.
Mhm.
So Fredo'sCatering.com, don't think twice. Now, we want to refocus you on the restaurant because the restaurant is great too.
Yes.
Go try the MFAT products. As a celebration of March Fatness, head in there this week. Try the MFAT burger, the MFAT grilled cheese, the MFAT pizza. Use that code I'm fat on your mobile order, and you'll save 10%. Whether you dine in or take it out, you're going to save that 10%. So use that code I'm fat. Let Fredo's know that you're listening and you're hearing about them from us by using that code. Again, 628 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg, or go to Fredo'sPizza.com. All right, shall we? I know I murphed you, didn't I? I'm trying to find the
.com.
I'm trying to find the correct sound bites.
Oh, okay. Should I
So-
scratch my nose so that you know that you know what to do next?
You said score in the fours, and you said
That's still my that's such a great story. Have we told that one on here?
I don't think we may have, but for those we can
long
give the
time
short
ago.
version. For
Okay.
those that remember scores on the fours with Murph and Fred. By the way, another thing to see at Nick and Ivy, Fred.
Yeah. True.
I think he lives there.
Right.
He's
I
like
think
the
he's
Barney
actually
Gumble of Nick and
morphed to be
Ivy.
part of the stool.
Yes. But scores on the fours. So Murph would ask his producers as a cue to hold up 4 fingers to remind him to give the scores on the fours. Well, our buddy Matt Abaticola had like nerve damage in his pinky, so it wouldn't fully extend. So Matt had his hand up for scores on the fours for a good long time, and Murph never did it. And Matt's like, "Why didn't you do scores?" He goes, "You were only holding up 3.5. I didn't know what you were saying."
I'll take cognitive dissonance for 800,
Yeah.
Alex.
And it's not like it was Abaticola's first day.
Right.
It was just he chose to be difficult that day and many other days.
Yeah. The amount of
Anyway.
producers that were like, yeah, there was this day where the guy I was working with at the time had to stop me from killing him.
Or
I mean,
other
that
people had to
also
stop me
was
from killing him.
that also was a thing with like many hosts.
Yeah.
But
Mine happened at Austin's, the
Mhm.
saloon, and I don't forget where that is. I think it's called Austin's, right? They have like the big nachos that come out like on a big tray.
I think so.
Anyway, we were on stage. We're on
Mhm.
like a full-on concert stage, like just Murph, and I'm standing next to him on stage, like producing.
Yeah.
And he did something to humiliate me on the show in front of everybody. So I took my notes, I threw them across the stage,
Mhm.
walked off, put my headphones down. Commercial break came. I said, if you ever do that again,
Mm-hmm.
you're not walking out of this building.
Nice.
And that was the last problem we ever had.
Yeah.
There you go. Hope said Austin's in Libertyville. Thank you, Hope. She remembered.
Yes.
She has such a knack for memory. Oh, by the way, speaking of Hope, she came up with a good idea for our social media.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw it. She's going to go to like stores and find new things and feature them on our social medias. So if you're following us on YouTube or Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff, they're going to be called Fresh Fat Finds, and Hope's going to voice them because our friend Lindsay took the time to email me and say, you need Hope to read more things because I love her voice.
Nice.
So I said, great, we'll do this. So Hope is producing them, and she's doing all the filming. So you see those across your timeline, give them a like, give them a share. They're really good, really well produced, good stuff. So thank you, Honey Bunny, for doing that for us. All right, should we ask the fats?
Let's do it.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat is brought to you by our pal, Charlie the Bacon Guy. And here he is with this week's Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay. This week we have Applewood smoked bacon, Dr. 23, Jardinera, maple pepper, and French toast. Bacon jams are the original bourbon and the spicy. As Jay mentioned last week, we're going to be taking a step back from bacon production as well as R&D stuff. We are going to be trying to move into a more professional setting for the whole business and for myself. What does that mean exactly? I'm still going to make bacon. I'm not going to make as much as I usually do, just so we have some more time to get the odds and ends worked out. Keep the orders coming. I'll still make bacon, just won't be as readily available as it has been. Everything will be 100% custom made. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
Yes. Rules and regulations and such.
Yeah. Is it bad that my brain did keep the mortars coming?
No, that's good. You're a radio producer and you worked at the Score in the 2000s. So yes.
Right. I've been scarred.
you
know what we call
you default to classic rock and Caddyshack.
Scarred. I've never seen Caddyshack all the way through.
It makes a lot of sense. Like that movie was probably 30 years old when you were born. Not that old. 20 years old.
Not that. Yeah, I was born in 86.
Yeah. So let's see. I think Caddyshack was 77, right?
I don't know.
80. So
Okay.
you were 6. I mean, and by the time you're like supposed to see Caddyshack, yeah, -6. You're like,
it's fine.
It's old by then.
Yeah.
It's worth seeing.
Yeah.
Just so you get the cultural references. But
sure. I feel like I've seen enough of it.
It's not as good as they think it is. Just like my coworkers tell me Tommy Boy isn't as good as I think it is.
It's a generational thing. Yeah. You had to be there kind of a thing. So it's okay. But see it so you know, it's worth it. Plus there's boobs in it.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Nothing can go wrong there. All right. No emails. We do have
no voicemails, you mean?
Yes, that's what I said. I'm multitasking, Rick. You know I can't do that.
Right.
Go ahead. Tell people what to do. I can't find it.
There's no voicemails, but we do have emails. So when Jay finds the button, which he gave me the thumbs up, we will get to those.
Ask a Fat about this and that.
Nailed it.
It's time to chat with the Fats.
We've got lots of emails today, so we're going to get to them very quickly. Again, I'm fatpod@gmail.com. I'm going to start, Rick.
Well, before we do, though.
Yeah.
Are you embarrassed enough to where you feel like you should be like driving away right now?
Why?
In your Mazda?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to get to those guys. Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to go there. I'm a little mad at my Mazda. The one thing about my Mazda I don't like, before I officially begin the read,
okay,
is when it's time for an oil change, the wrench light comes on.
Yeah.
And there's a message on the screen that says, "You're due for service."
Dick.
And it's good because I don't forget. But it's annoying because I'm a notification hater.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't clear it until I get my oil changed. So
I get that.
but it does its job because I go get my oil changed, which I'm going to do next week. And when I do, I'm going to have a lovely, maybe a coffee or a tea or a pap or some water. Got snacks while I wait, TV, great Wi-Fi, nice place to sit while your car's getting serviced. And they're going to send you, hey, do you need new air filters? Can you do it yourself, or do you want to pay us to do it? Nope, I can do it. You want to rotate your tires? Yes, I do, because I hate buying new tires, and rotating them delays that a little bit. Yada, 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 down the list, boom, in and out in an hour. Affordable, wonderful. The service at Mazda of Orland Park is outstanding. Outstanding. Right there on 159th Street in Orland Park. Go visit them, Mazda of OrlandPark.com. Tons of new Mazdas coming out. I was very convinced that, oh yeah, my next one will be a CX-50.
Mm-hmm.
There's been 3 or 4 new models released within the last 2 years, all of which look amazing. So I will be making a more difficult choice than I thought on my next car. But I've got a 2015 CX-5, a 2022 CX-30. Love them both. Best cars I ever owned. Just killed another ant. I don't remember having a popsicle down here. Somebody did.
Can you rule it out, though, that you didn't?
No. But my thing is, when I have a popsicle,
okay,
I eat it and I put the popsicle stick in a cup.
Yes.
This cup had no stick, but it had red residue in the bottom. It was like a pint glass with some sort of red residue. The only stuff I drink like that is the Minute Maid Zero Sugar Fruit Punch.
Okay.
But I almost always just drink that straight from the jug because it's only for me. I'm the only one in the house that drinks it. So I wouldn't have poured myself one and brought it downstairs.
Yeah.
This has youths written all over it.
Mm.
And there's been other youthful violations in this room today by my daughter. So it's fine. By the way, unpaid endorsement, Zevo insect killer. This stuff is very good. Go get yourself some. It smells lovely. All right. Ready?
Yeah. I'll read the first email since you handle the read there. So this is from PMAC and Bartlett.
Okay.
Hey Fats, when I hear the 2 words Harry Potter, I usually have the same dry heave Rick has when he hears the 2 words peanut butter. That's good. Or the same urge to slam my head in the wall as when Jay hears the 2 words Sedine twins. Wow, I even get that reference.
I just laugh.
However,
losers.
The Harry Potter butterbeer cookies/crackers are outstanding, and I recommend you try them.
Okay, so I'm not a Harry Potter person either.
Same.
And I've seen butterbeer. Someone in the chat has to know this. What is the flavor of butterbeer?
That's a good question.
Is it beer?
I have no idea.
Beer flavor doesn't appeal to me unless it's beer. I
don't know.
All right. I mean, butter? Yes. Beer? Not in a cookie. Okay. Chucko Mucko says butterscotch soda.
Okay.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yes.
Dr.
Here
Gasket agrees. Yeah. Dr. Butterscotch. All right. I'm in.
Okay. Also, did you see?
I saw. Yeah.
You have a confession.
Yes.
From the corrections department.
The corrections department corrects herself and says, shit, the popsicle was me. I put it in there while I got ready for my read. This is me. I thought it was just there for a second.
Hi. Shit. The popsicle was me.
I love that Taylor Swift song. Just as a reminder for everyone, the runner-up in March Fatness was being on the bottom.
Yep. Runner-up.
It's also a good way to say I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh,
did we finish PMAX read?
Yes, we did.
We are off the freaking rails, dude.
Oh, I had but yes, the cookie cracker version of those outstanding. Okay, a butterscotch anything. I know this could be a sign of me getting old. Maybe not as old as you, but old. That butterscotch flavor. Were those originals? They kind of hit.
There's a reason they've been candy for 1,000 years.
Yes,
they're
simple, but they're good.
Yes. They did not miss on that one. That's a good one. All right, I'm going to jump to the bottom of the page here.
Okay.
Because we have an update from our Culver's Insider. 2 weeks from today, the epic return of the Colby Jack Pub Burger.
Oh.
It's a butter burger with beef patties, Colby Jack cheese, crispy onions, and an A1 4-pepper mayo, all served on a toasted everything bun. Yes. And the debut of Skittles popped concrete mixers and lemon coolers. For those that don't remember, the Skittles
Ooh.
popped are the freeze-dried candies.
I will try that.
Now the lemon cooler with those sounds amazing.
Yes.
I'm trying that.
Yeah. Those both might have to be consumed at some point.
Yeah.
So something funny that is breaking, I don't know if it's breaking the fourth wall or bringing you behind the curtain or whatever the thing is. Jay's like, oh yeah, we have all these, emails, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, I just see 2 on the first page. You know why? Because I'm an idiot and I didn't scroll.
Yeah, there's more than one page.
Oh, how about that whole deal?
Crazy.
Yeah, this one is from Ken in Brooklyn. Hello, Fats. Ken from Brooklyn, formerly of Wicker Park in Chicago, checking in. Lived in Chicago for 10 years, been back in New York for the last 10. 6 foot, 200 pounds. I feel like you need the Dan Patrick sound effect right there. But was touching 230 when I lived in Chicago, so I consider myself an OG fat.
I mean, 230 in Chicago is a 180 in New York. Let's be honest.
Also, 6 foot, 200. Like, I'm 6'1", 3 and a lot. So
we call that lean in these parts.
Yes.
But that's okay. We'll help them. Let's help them out.
Yeah. Anywho, need your advice. Heading back to Chicago with my beautiful wife in a few weeks, humble brag, for a friend's wedding. We'll only be in town a few days, but want to hit a few old spots and a few new spots. We'll be staying in River North, but plan on heading out for a stop at Peace, Smoke Daddy, and maybe some shots at Lottie's. Want to grab more than a few beefs? We'll probably walk over to Portillo's or Al's. My question, can you give me 1 or 2 spots from the last 5 years that would be a good stop for a fat-friendly meal? Maybe 1 casual spot and 1 nicer spot. Doesn't have to be in River North, but not trying to go out to Logan Square, etc.
Sure.
Love the pod. Congrats to Jay on losing the weight, and congrats to Rick on the wedding. Ken from Brooklyn.
I would say there's 2, both in the West Loop area in terms of fancy. Rosemary is all the hype you've heard is true. It's absolutely amazing. And one of the greatest meals I've ever had is from Cabra. Both of those in the West Loop. Very easy to find both of those. So check those out. And if you're looking for casual, I would say Rinaldi's is really good. Rinaldi's in the West Loop. Really good pizza. World's greatest chicken tenders. Those are pretty new spots. And if you've never been to JP Graziano, by the way, on Randolph, and you're trying to find like the go-to Italian sub of all time, go to JP Graziano. They're only open in the afternoon, so they won't be open for dinner. But make a special trip. It's on, I believe it's Randolph and Peoria, to go to JP Graziano and get a sub. Here's what you do. It's a little bit intimidating when you walk in, because you walk in, everybody knows what they want. They're ready to take your order right away. Everyone there is super nice. Jim Graziano is the greatest guy in the world. He'll take care of you, but just know what you want when you walk in the door. And don't call Jardiniere Giordano, because the place will stop on a dime like an 80s movie, and the record will scratch and everyone will stare at you threateningly. But other than that, you will have the greatest sub you've ever had in your life. So there are some recommendations. Rick, you have any you want to throw in there?
If you weren't going to say Rinaldi's, I probably was going to myself. So
fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's Matt with a follow-up email, by the way. Another place you could try, just for funsies, is the Global McDonald's on Randolph.
Yeah.
They've got like McDonald's items from around the world. It's like the McDonald's headquarters on Randolph. It's very cool. So Matt has a story. He says, my wife and I recently were in the West Loop for the day, and just before heading back to the burbs, we decided to swing into Global McDonald's for a quick snack. Since they have some of the global options, we decided to try the spicy garlic black pepper McNuggets from Japan. And we're both convinced they're the best food item we've ever tried from McDonald's. They had great flavor, were a touch spicy with subtle hints of garlic, and they paired perfectly with the sweet and sour sauce. Since I know Jay is in the area very often, it is worth to swing in and give those a try. That's from Matt. I have had those. Hope ordered those once when we went to the Global McDonald's as a family. They also had the ramen shaker fries there. At that point, where they give you a bag of fries and then ramen seasoning. You sprinkle it and shake it, and those went together very well. I think now they have and if Hope is still there, she'll know. I think it was like a miso like a miso shaker fry. So it's like miso soup flavorings.
Okay.
But those garlic black pepper McNuggets are great. And speaking of that, I tried the promotional Minecraft nugget sauce, the Nether Flame sauce.
Okay.
Really good, legitimately hot for like for a fast food item.
Yeah.
Legitimately, like it stuck with me for a few minutes after I finished my nuggets.
Nice.
So really good. So check that out. Kind of a Asian flavor, like a chili. What do you call it? Like chili sauce, like you get on like the chili glaze that comes on chicken and stuff when you get Asian food.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that kind of a flavor profile, but a good amount of spice. And Hope chimes in, it's a masala spice for the shaker fries, not miso. Masala. I was close. I had some consonants in
Starts
there.
with an M.
Right. So check that out. But yeah, the global McDonald's is fun. And if like you're not into the normal, like or the country weird stuff, they have the normal menu too. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right, last one here. Gotta stretch out a little bit for this one.
We could take it in parts if you'd like.
Many paragraphs. All right, this is from Jason in Moorhead. He said, yes, you can make the dirty jokes. He is in Kentucky. Huge fan of the show, as a transplant from the Chicago suburbs and longtime score listener. I coach women's volleyball and beach volleyball. It's safe to say that my team of in-shape 18 to 22-year-old women doesn't fall into your typical demographic. However, over the past couple of years, I have talked to my team of self-proclaimed big backs about the podcast many times when I'd see something and say, oh, they talked about these prime drinks on the I'm Fat podcast. They're also familiar with such phrases as fat isn't a body type, it's a mindset. It's basically a salad, and no bad words there since I use them regularly. That's awesome. Last April, a conversation progressed to me telling them about March Fatness and the Onion Ring of Honor and showing them the t-shirt design. They were entertained. During beach volleyball season, I also occasionally wear an umbrella hat like the Andy Reid caricature, so maybe it resonated with them a bit more. Fast forward to last week, as I had 9 players piled into a van for an away trip, and one of them asked how March Fatness was going. I said, great timing. The March Fatness episode just came out, and I haven't listened to it yet. So we turned off the music and started the podcast. No more than 10 minutes into the episode, Rick's 2-seed being on the bottom had us all cracking up, and hopefully doesn't get me fired. So while my players may not be regular listeners to the show like I am, they were actually listening last week and enjoyed some laughs. A few of them, the few who actually still have Twitter or X and not just Instagram and TikTok, have been voting each round and even reminded me to vote once or twice. Thank you guys for all you do.
That's awesome. And there's a picture. Fantastic. There's Jason in Moorhead with the Andy Reid themed umbrella hat on.
Perfect.
Boy, you talk about living the dream, man.
Right?
I'm a beach volleyball coach for 22-year-olds. Oh man, that's rough.
Also, though, that's cool. Like that is very cool. That's the essence of the show right there.
Yes, it's to make people laugh and have fun and forget about the crap that's going on.
Yes, everybody relates in some way, shape, or form, no matter size, age, whatever.
Right. Everyone's had a fat moment, whether they're fat or not.
Yes,
that's for damn sure. Yes. That was fun. I don't know how we did that in under an hour. That's amazing.
I know, we were like, this is going to be a long one, but we did it.
We did.
And once again, congratulations to Empty Middle Seat on a Plane for being the newest inductee into the Onion Ring of Honor.
Awesome.
Follow us on all of our social media at I'm Fat Pod, imfatpod@gmail.com. Check us out on Spotify. You can listen to us there and you can watch us there. Remember, video is available on Spotify as well. I'mFatMerch.com. We'll let you know when the new design is there. Our guy Mark Allen Fishman's going to have a little bit of work to do. Sam and I were workshopping a couple ideas. If it ended up being that, it's a little easier than if being on the bottom had won. So probably
just put them on a plane seat, maybe.
Yeah, so if you go with like the basics of what we have now, where he has a Flavor Flav type chain, but with the cheese on it, wearing the umbrella hat. So you've got those two things taken care of. Nothing in the middle seat. The other seat has like pizza and maybe like an air. I don't know. I don't know how the air conditioner fits in. Maybe he's holding like a handheld like air thing, like a
We can have
handheld
the air conditioner from over his seat blowing on.
Yes, yes, that could be that. Then you have pizza and the burrito. Yeah, the burrito is the tough one. I don't
in
know.
his mouth.
Yeah, right. But nothing can be in that middle seat.
There you go.
Sure. So I'm
Challenge laid down, Mark Fishman of Unshaven
Yeah.
Comics.
yes. Good luck with that. Andy Reid. Andy Reid is having himself a hell of a life on these t-shirts.
He really is. Hopefully he doesn't sue us ever.
Yeah. I mean, definitely not Andy Reid is having a hell of a life.
It's
on
the
these
guy from
t-shirts.
it's not him, it's the guy from Cameo that spoke to you before your wedding.
Yeah, of course. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't sue us either.
We have his permission.
Yeah. YouTube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. Subscribe, like each video. Let the video run in the background when you have other stuff to do. Just we just need all the help with the hours consumed because consumption is great. And then you can subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the regular podcast feed and leave a 5-star rating and review. And the best thing you can do is check out our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. So for Jay, I'm Rick, and this is the I'm Fat Podcast.
French toast, grilled cheese, and ham sandwich.